Alright, here we are back in Lord Tennyson. I've just got done changing the oil in the transmission and the engine and getting ready to see if we can fire it up. I fixed the fuel lines. We had a problem with one of the fittings didn't line up. The International uses some 37-degree flare fittings on the fuel lines, and I didn't have any of those around, so now they're 45-degree fittings. New fuel pump I got was bad. The old one seems to be working. I pumped it by hand a bunch of times. I have primed the fuel system now, and hopefully it'll start up for us. So we'll see how it goes. Interesting story about this key. That keys were missing in this, and I have a drawer full of keys. And so what I do is I just go find keys, just plug them in. I've gotten 3 cars so far out of my key pile. Just found the keys kind of randomly. Can't really do that on newer cars, but on these old ones. So yeah, this is just a key that went to something else. It's I don't know what it is, PK something. I think it was a filing cabinet. Anyways, it seems to work. Turns the key, does the thing. So you never know what you're gonna find. Oh yeah. That's stage fright. The fan's not turning. We got no fan belt and no alternator. But it runs. I still have no radiator, no fan belt, no alternator. But we got it to the point where it starts and runs on the key. Also, either the clutch plate is stuck, which happens sometimes when clutches sit for a long time, or else it needs adjustment. But I can't get the clutch to release either. So I'll figure that out. Once I get everything going, I get a radiator in it so I can run the engine. One of the tricks, if it is stuck, you can hitch to a tree or something hard and kind of force it in, and it'll quite often will break away. That's happened to me a bunch of times on old clutches. So anyways, that's the situation. Otherwise, yeah, we're here together. We got the fuel system. That's still cockamamie. That's supposed to be a Holley 1904, model 1904, and it is something else. I have no idea what it is, but it makes it run. So, and that was on the engine when I bought it. So that's working good. I've got 1540 diesel engine oil in here, and the transmission, I've swapped that. You have to be careful on the old ones. Some of the new GL5 oils are not really compatible with the brass synchro rings, which they used to use in these old transmissions. You got to either find a GL4, or you can look up if you go to the company's website, so specific oils, then they'll tell you if they're safe or not. I used AMSOIL on this one, 7590 for the trans. I'm going to use like a 75-140 or an 85-140 on the rear def. But on this transmission, it helps it a little bit smoother with a little bit thinner oil. So I think when I drained that oil out, it was original 1956 oil. It was a nice dark, deep brown. So overall, though, I have to say it seems like it runs fairly well. Just need to have radiator on it, get the alternator pumping on it. And I still have to figure out my wiring. So I've got this situation down here with my monkey rigged wire, but I haven't traced it. So I got the lower electrical panel off so that I can start to trace it. I can look and see what's going on in there. Looks like spaghetti mess, and it is. But I think I can figure out what most of the things do. I have a test light, and I can just go through and test individual lights till I get a gauge to twinkle. Twinkle. What the heck is that? If I can get a gauge to twitch, that's what I meant to say. Twinkle. I'm on drugs. Anyway, so and just trace out what each line does. Right now I've got no discernible lights working, although this is the headlight switch. The lights in the back are all broken, so could be just a million burned out bulbs, or we could have major wiring problems, probably both. So, but it runs, and it hasn't got under our power yet, so I don't consider anything, even if I don't have brakes, if I can drive around the yard. And right now I can't yet drive around the yard, but milestone starts, runs in the vehicle. So big win today.